I'm Sitara Hewitt, and the book I chose to talk about was Such a Long Journey by Rohinton Mistry. It's a book that I read a long time ago, and I will never forget it. It stayed with me like a dream or a memory. It's a brilliant book. There's something about the way Mistry writes that's somehow different than other authors. It's almost like the moment you open the book, the first page takes you to that time and that place. You get the sense of light, you get the sense of smells, you get the sense of what the people are like. And I love his books because he takes you to a time and a place that is very real, in a very real part of the world. And while the characters are fictional, you are experiencing a time and a place that really happened. And so it's sort of like a history study and an anthropology study, as well as a great read. The character that stood out most to me is the main character. His name's Gustad, and it centers around his family. And he has a little daughter who's very sick all the time. She has terrible diarrhea, and so as a father, that's kind of hard for him, but he's also this sort of old school Indian sort of father who's a little bit distanced from it, lets his wife take care of it. And he has a son who, as many parents do, he wants his son to be so much more than he could ever be, and he's a bank teller, and he wants his son to go to ITT Tech and be this big IT guy, and his son doesn't want that, and so it causes this great rift. And I don't know, I guess I found that's a little heart-wrenching to see a father not be able to connect with his son and a son reject his father, because we all just want our children to love us so much. Another reason that I chose Rohinton Mistry's book is my mother's Pakistani, and she grew up and lived through a lot of the wars that went on in India and Pakistan, and so I find it very close to my heart to read a book like that that genuinely takes you to that time and that place, and you can see what people who lived there experienced, and it's part of my mother's culture, which I feel very close to. So I just love his books. They take me right there. I think it's so important to recognize Canadian authors through something like the Governor General's Literary Awards, because we don't have the same kind of star system in Canada that, say, Hollywood has, and we don't, we're a little bit more understated as a culture, and with that sometimes we forget to promote our own artists who are so talented, and Canada has hundreds of incredible authors. And it's really great to be able to promote one of them and all of them through all the other actors who are doing this. And it is the 75th anniversary, I think, which is interesting because it's the CBC's 75th anniversary this year too. So that's kind of cool coincidence.